общем, мы остановились на том, что нам нужно собрать всех братьев. И вот я хотел сначала начать с брата Пола. Бразер Пол. Спинку ровненько. Мы же не собаки сутулые какие-то, блядь. Можно вообще выйти к реке, нет? Нет, я думаю, что нет.
Thank you for letting me know, Philip. Remember my advice about Remages.
Может, тут что-нибудь изменилось? Ну, если нет, то можно обратно идти. Можем снова попытаться открыть этот дом. Хорошо.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
You have our support. Thank you for all.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remages spawn.
Ваши споры.
Do not worry. We are on your side.
We're on your side. Так, в соборе нужно сказать, что...
He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting. Please come to the chapter house.
Yes, we'll come with you. Yes.
No, not until we've finished.
Так, а вы что не занимаетесь? Не в хоре, а просто стоят тут, блин.
There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes, we will be there. Thank you for letting us know.
Так, теперь нужно собрать там ребят. тебя позвать. Ну и этих дурачков тоже позвать.
Brother Arnaldus,
А что?
there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there.
Спасибо.
Wouldn't miss that.
Waste of time.
По-моему, все. Мы готовы. Че?
I would like to take a look.
Так, по-моему, с какой стати, я понял. Этот диалог мы уже проходили.
For only the... No.
Да все, я понял. Сейчас будет спор. То, что я должен... Блять. Надеюсь, табак.
Brother Andrew,
The meeting will start once the cantor has finished his work with the choir. Until then, be patient.
Хорошо.
It is good to see you reading. Even some of our older brothers cannot read or write.
Как вы не умеете читать, писать, если вы, ну...
we teach them.
Reading the words we can teach them, but understanding them.
А что вы здесь тогда делаете? Кому вы слушаете? Почему вы здесь? Рассказать им, что написано в Писании. Пиздец.
I'm looking for a document that was in the possession of Prior James.
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
Ладно, ждем, пока закончится занятие с хором. Так получается.
Did you not hear it? I think I heard it again.
No, I'll stay down here. I'm not good with heights.
Adolphus?
Да чё с Адольфом?
Silence!
I heard it.
Да что вы там слышали, мужики? Я ничего не понял.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing. It's Adolphus.
Чё с Адольфусом?
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
Стоять. А, вот. Крипта святого Адольфа. Идем же.
Locked. Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid.
Похоже, что за мной наблюдают. Что?
Nothing. These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Thought so. Nothing here. Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him.
Мы с радостью поприветствуем его.
Hello? No. No one. Not a thing. Hello?
Что это?
What is that?
Интересно. Бля.
Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello?
О, ничего себе.
An owl. Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them.
Может быть, ей можно будет... Она смотрит на меня в упор.
The brothers did hear something after all.
Сова.
I will contemplate this later.
Я подумаю об этом позже. Хорошо.
Did you not hear it?
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
I will contemplate this later. Not now.
Идемте, ребят. Ну
Brother
все.
Andrew has arranged a meeting.
Yes, please go ahead. We will be there in a few minutes.
Спасибо. Блять.
The choir has finished singing. the Cantor should find time now.
Угу.
Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip?
Конечно.
If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now.
Вряд ли.
The meeting could take a long time.
Я готов.
The chapter meeting is more important.
Чептер митинг. Сейчас я должен всех убедить, почему бумаги сжигать нельзя.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
Угу.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
Let them.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Потому что я не уверен, что это вообще его решение.
I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
How wise was Prior James, really?
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers,
let him
brothers, please.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Elias,
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
no. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Then the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
Yes, most certainly did.
It's all my fault.
Well, I'm not so sure.
The devil.
If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness. Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
I don't need your meddling.
Well, I suppose.
How dare
I agree.
suggest that?
Hear, hear.
He is right. We should not make room for the devil.
Neither here nor in our hearts.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
That's our Philip. Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now. shortly after James's passing, before the election.
Я понял тебя.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prime.
Но он уже прайер в своей обители.
To talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously.
I can't disagree with that.
Remigius.
That's surprising.
Great idea.
Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Да, я согласен.
Thank you for your kind offer. But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
Фрэнсис, кто такой? Я не помню.
We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Борьба за трон, часть 2. Большинство нормандской знати церковь. Его младший брат. Епископ. Хорошо. В общем, Стефан. За Стефаном знать, за Стефаном церковь. Люди, когда-то они примут. Проблема в том, что один из бастардов, мой господин граф Роберт, хочет посадить на трон свою сестру Мод. Потому что Мод — это дочь короля, которая носит внука короля. Последняя воля короля, чтобы внук сел на престол. Союзником является некий человек, граф, поклявшийся защищать его род. Я понял. Так, откуда взялся этот Стефан? Ну просто чел, которого выбрали. Хорошо, я понял. Я понял. Let us look. О, а вот и письмо.
I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations. The Apocalypse of St. John. They called to the mountains of God. Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Итак, письмо Роберту, который перевозил некий рыцарь. Своими людьми выступлю. Сами развязали войну. Угу. Понял.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry.
Племянник. Понял.
Never think of the day our parents died.
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Why me?
Because you have to. There's no other way. Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Зачем защищать Стефана?
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
Почему?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Конечно, я принимаю, потому что, во-первых, он говорит здраво. Во-вторых, если церковь и знать поддерживает этого короля, то народ в свое время его примет.
The bishop will help.
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Вы помогли Фрэнсису раскрыть заговор. Хорошо. Вы стали одним из кандидатов. Вы согласились встретиться с епископом. Вы донесли на вора. Вы отдали горячий камень. Не добились уважения. Это ни к чему. Вы нашли послание на мельнице. Буковые орешки. Вот это, мне кажется, был переломный момент, соглашаться, не соглашаться. Цель-то очень благая, остановить войну. Это здорово. Джек и Чуд Форест. Кабан, ты чё, блядь, дядя нахуй. Джек. Чё, а чё это такое? Моя проща. Хорошее было бы мясо.
I'd rather not.
Блять. Ладно, ты пришел оттуда, Следы оленя. Стоим. Смотрим. Никого нет. Идем. Осторожно. Это что, все? Конец карты, блядь. Мы охотимся. Блять. Как же я слишком рано жму. Неужели? Так неинтересно. Почему у меня есть второй шанс? Я, блядь, не заслужил его. Да уж. Он поможет нам пережить зиму.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother.
Wow.
We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
Practice my reading.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him not a single fort remains. Before him not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Итак, замок, бревна. Набрали дров. Тогда куда же она подевалась? Лук Эллен. Интересно.
There he is. Charles the Great, protector of my... You're coming with me. I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast. Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly. Huh? What's that?
Блин, сейчас я привезу этого другалька пойти на шум. Сейчас я их в пещеру. А, нет. Лошадь? Откуда здесь лошадь?
Good. He hasn't seen you. Who is he?
Бич.
See someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember? Is he a priest? Almost. He's a monk. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit.
He looks nice though. He's smiling.
Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all,
Никогда не верь Божьим людям.
on a stream or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Little Cup. Даже так, то есть тут действительно...
Mother?
Хм. Все, тут больше ничего нет.
What's that mound over there? I should take a look.
Где? А, елки-палки. Ну это ж могилка, не?
Don't move. We killed the pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too.
Чего?
Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have a baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
Found this.
His mother's cloak. The baby was wrapped in it, so he must have taken it as well.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true?
Конечно, это, бля, правда, нахуй. Я не знаю.
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy? Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us? You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Да уж. Кингсбридж, пещера Эллен.
I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot.
А, рядом лесная обитель. Ничего себе. Что, тут нельзя перемещаться так?
Monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The man looked at me.
Да ясно, что в святую обитель. Ну, сюда он
The
пойдет.
stream led us to a more convenient crossing. Here, one could easily pass without getting drenched in ice water. Suddenly, the boy called out. He had
В смысле признать поражение?
We crossed the river. The boy cheerfully mocking my skills as a tracker.
Стоять. Он пошел в святую обитель. Стоять, блядь. Ладно. Я был уверен, что он пошел в святую обитель. Иоанна, блин.
What is it?
He got lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Он оставил ребенка, потом вернулся за ним, как бы понял, что совершил ошибку. Стоп, ну что это такое? Вернуть свою книгу.
Ha.
Huh? What is it? Did you hear something?
The fog is lifting.
I don't like you. Tell me, why do you care about your book so much? Wait, where is it? You sneaky thief. I knew it. You just want to rob us.
You took it first.
You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
Молодец.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Ясно.
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog.
Угу.
There is something there.
Ну, это похоже на оленя. Ну, Замерзший олень во льду. Ну, вот на что это похоже.
What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children! Martha? Wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
Да ладно, ничего себе.
Follow me.
Какая ты, блин, добрая.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been safe.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but not this year.
Thank you, Jack.
Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan, to keep the walls and defences in shape. And it would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
Как у Христа за пазухой, да?
I refused. All I thought about was working in the cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship and a home for priests and monks.
Oh.
Ah.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. There is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet.
То есть, ну просто незнакомые люди тут разоткровенничались, блядь.
In this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. We almost would have had meat today too. But it started to rot before we could cure it.
What? Have you not told me yet?
Oh, just some old tale.
Like Tristan and Isolde?
A bit, but not quite. Come on, eat up. Jack, didn't I tell you to give our guests food? Well?
Блять, можно было сначала мясо закоптить, елки-палки.
And so do you, Master Builder.
Мастер-билдер.
Tuck in.
I will. Thank you.
Мастер-билдер. Мясо-то можно было и закоптить.
What is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to seal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care, more than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know.
Опа, она предлагает свою помощь.
This place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel.
Давай. Вот в этом я точно согласен.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom.
Giant called Tom.
I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Tom Builder. Ну, испортился олень, да, и чё? Заговор. Дворец епископа. О, я пришел, да? Хорошо. Итак, у меня письмо. Тропа. Чё? Мы вернулись по тропе? Че, пони.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this.
Бишоп, епископ. Бушки с яблоком. Чего?
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I take some?
Давай, да.
I will take just a couple.
Да.
There you go. You're still hungry, aren't you?
Конечно, хочет, блин.
Who am I to approach the bishop at dusk like a thief?
Как тать в ночи.
Oh, why must I be so nervous? I trust Francis. He knows about these things.
How can I help you?
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I am the prior of St. John in the Forest.
And What, may I tell Bishop Walerin, is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
I'm afraid I can only tell the bishop himself.
Only himself.
To know beforehand.
In this case, we will have to make an exception.
Wait here.
Why would the bishop see me? St. John's Chapel is smaller than this side building.
Неужели я могу взять сток сена, блять, или что?
My pony should be fed.
Отлично.
Take some hay.
Да?
My pony needs to be fed. Here.
Hello?
Yes?
The bishop will see you now.
Отлично.
The Right Reverend Bishop Walerin Bygod. Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Walerin. Timothy informed me you are the prior of...
St. John in the Forest, Right Reverend.
Then you must be Philip of Gwynedd.
I'm surprised you know my name.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Tell me, Prior Philip, what brings you here at such a late hour? Timothy said that you will only tell me.
I expect you know that Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England. With the blessing of the church.
Already? I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Of course, the church can never be involved enough. Now, how do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
Excuse me. No, I heard at a guest house on my way to Kingsbridge. Unfortunately, I rarely see my brother.
You both must be very busy indeed. But why are you bringing up politics? Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Скажи им просто, вот я нашел письмо, вот письмо. Угу. Ну все.
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
Ну, я нашел там рыцаря на дороге и так далее.
Among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I'm staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us. And did you find anything else?
Yeah.
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge. A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't. I should get going.
Так просто? Ну что, пару яблок можно захватить. Ну ладно.
Time to leave, old friend.
Старый друг. Пора в дорогу. Пещера. Ну что, все, выходим из пещеры, ё-моё. Да блин, надо было мясо, блин, закоптить, ё-моё.
You mean those rock-hard nuts? Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses. I mostly carve rocks. I haven't built much yet.
That must be hard work.
Right.
Найти Мар. А за кого я играю-то?
Tell me, how are you getting along?
Fine.
You know, you don't have to be afraid.
Так, я хочу ли что-то еще взять? А, Марта. Что ты делаешь?
I think I'll go and look for Tom.
They're looking for you. I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again. I've got a slingshot. Maybe you could teach me how to use it.
Думаю,
I will.
как-нибудь потом, да?
Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too. You need to learn to defend yourself.
I want to, but I'm still so small. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you.
Oh. Am I his princess?
You are. Together, you are brave and smart, and will never give up.
All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
Так, а мы идем вообще куда?
The names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria, Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said.
Шайринг — это там, где шериф, да, вот этот негодяй.
By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
Говорить с епископом зачем? Ну, зачем? Ну, нет, мы сначала пойдем в город.
These churchmen are all crooks, she said. But Tom answered with a worried expression on his brow. They might be the only ones willing to hire a mason around here.
Что-то я неправильно понял, я думал наоборот. Мужик хотел пойти в город. Ну, раз уж мы пошли сюда, что, пойдем в город.
Mother and Tom kept asking around while we rested our feet at the market. Alfred gave me a look as if he wanted to punch me, but I only stared at the buildings, amazed by the straightness of their walls. Finally, Mother called us over. Rumor had it that the Earl of Shiring was hiring all kinds of people. It was then that I heard a man in a robe say,
Что?
It's her.
Ведьма 10 лет назад. Что это такое? Этот граф готовится к войне.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to be nicer to each other.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house. One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Jack, be careful. Don't get too close.
What do you want? Get lost.
Проваливай. Чё, блядь? Ладно, пойдем. Пересечь двор.
I can't believe the Earl allowed his daughter to refuse him. How scandalous.
Well, William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
No, she's an arrogant one, just like her father.
Don't see that. It's not arrogance. It's nobility. You have to be like that if you want people to respect you.
I agree. She will do fine. It's the Earl's son I'm more worried about. To think that coward is set to be next in line.
At least he knows how to order people around.
Right. What a brat.
Hello, my name is Jack.
Hello. И чё? Очень интересно. Спасибо. Вернуться назад, подняться на стену. Давай поднимемся на стену. О! Ты чё тут, дядя, блядь? Решил один побыть, да?
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare? All right then, let's see what you've got.
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating. Ah, reckoned you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but my mistake. Another time, perhaps. Cheers, lad.
Отвести взгляд. Зачем? Моргнуть? Ну, блядь, ладно. Отойти в сторону? В смысле отойти в сторону? Не понял.
Are you knights?
We are? Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the keep, and we might train you.
Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
Все закрыто. В донжон. О, ты кто?
Watch your step, you little twit.
Little Tweet.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? You think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Будет война, чувствую.
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
А,
I
воины.
understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
Письмо. Вау. Ну, рыцарям я точно отдавать еду не буду. Изучить. Лидия Алиена. Уильям Хамлей. Хамлей. Граф. Вопрос. Этот отец воином точно не пойдет.
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
Lady Aliena?
Скажи, у меня для вас письмо там.
Like a princess?
Well, no.
Well, no.
I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role.
Ролл. Ну, значит, я могу туда пройти, если у меня появилось такое задание.
My, you are just as rude as her previous visitor, aren't you? All want but no manners.
Can I see her?
May I see her?
May I?
As I said already, she won't receive any more visitors today. At least not any scoundrels. Not after that Hamley boy tried to propose to her.
Повторно просить ее руки. Вау.
Than another wide-eyed piglet who thinks himself a minstrel. Now don't start singing, please.
Hamley?
Yes, Percy Hamley's son, William. Now, off you go.
May I see the lady?
I told you she is not in the mood for pushy boys right now. She prefers someone a little more pleasant.
Скажи, у меня для нее письмо и все. В смысле уйти? В смысле уйти? Никуда не уйти. Отставить, блядь. Стоять нахуй.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Of course. You're the Earl after all.
A title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
We only know what's happening in the south, but Earl Robert is in the west.
Together we control the entire southwest.
Not all of it. but we have messengers in place to keep us informed about everything.
Блин, как же войну-то предотвратить? Мне надо подумать. Ой, нет, стоп, какой двор? Никакого двора нет. С чем тут можно провзаимодействовать? Так, как-то его надо отвлечь, я уж не знаю. Ладно, единственный выход, может быть...
Last summer they were building at the monastery in Shaftesbury, but they might be finished now.
Ладно.
Already too many masons for too little work.
I found this in the keep's kitchen. Can you teach me how to be a knight now?
That's up to the Earl and his steward to decide. I can't say.
Shit! You can't just steal from the Earl. We're messing with you, lad. Just messing. Put that thing away, quick. Let's pretend we didn't see it.
Я понял. Так. Мне нужно отвлечь того чела, который подметает, это точно. Может быть, что-нибудь я смогу. А, Альфред говорил, что он голоден. Понял. Ну, понял. Ну, понял. Там как-то слишком уж прямолинейно мне намекают. Даже не намекают, блядь.
Where did you get that?
Just eat it.
Just eat it.
Well, alright. Maybe you're not so bad after all.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been to a castle before?
No.
Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast.
Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses.
Oh, like what?
Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years.
I know that one. Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
There is one.
What?
There is a princess here.
Oh, show me.
Нет, друг, не интересно, спасибо. Хотя, скорее всего... Ладно, забей.
My lady,
Yes, Matthew?
there are 2 children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl and an annoying boy.
Well,
No,
considering that
annoying boy.
to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up.
Повторно, ну то есть чел пришел унижаться, повторно просить руки, ну что это такое?
Seeing your parents from my window. What can I do for you? You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please. Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
Неужели ты перестал молчать?
Where did you come from then?
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something. Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'd ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
В смысле, к родителям ты обещала покормить? В смысле, стоять? Принцесса сказала, ну, конечно, ожидает, блядь, это было понятно.
Oh, she's so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack?
Так, не понял. Ну-ка, рассказывай, откуда дети берутся?
Stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they seem. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you?
Утку или медвежонка? Ну, пусть будет утка.
He looks like a duck.
Ducks fly away when they don't like you. Maybe he will too. Or he will smash your skull with his club. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
Похож на утку, да? Нет, она, то есть, не расскажет, откуда дети, да, взялись? Я понял тебя. Да все, хорошо. Не кипятись только. Я так и не понял, как взаимодействовать вот с этим рыцарем. Чё он от меня хочет? Ну-ка, иди сюда.
Will you be fighting soon?
Why are you asking? Alright, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret?
Конечно.
What color is your shite?
Что?
Brown.
Nice. Mine's grey, like ash. But that's a secret, isn't it? For my shite's colour is neither yours nor anyone else's. Keep that to yourself. Got it?
Блять. чел. Ага. Хочешь, я расскажу тебе один секрет? Что-то говорят, типа найти Тома, но...
Do us a favor and stay small.
There are too many fully grown bastards out there already.
Hard to tell where to stick your sword first.
Да все понятно. Ладненько. Ебать, ты бочку починил охуенно, братух.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
Сказать Тому, что?
What do you need work for?
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing and we don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Can't you work somewhere else?
Not if we want to eat tonight.
Сказать что?
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, why don't you help me find some damage to the castle? The Earl might not want to fight if his defenses are in bad shape.
Хорошо.
You can build castles?
Well, if I have the money and the people, yes. Maybe one day I'll show you how it's done.
Все, идем.
I'm going to talk to some people. You just keep an eye out. And if you see something you can fix, let me know.
Ну, очевидно же, что нужно первым делом посмотреть какие-то башни. Ладно. Стены замка. Это будет самым важным. Блять, а где? Почему? Ну-ка, еще один секрет будет от тебя? Ладно, я пошел. Надеялся на стене увидеть какие-то там пробоины. Похоже, ничего особо. Ну что? Ну, блядь, только колодец. Не знаю, ради колодца не примут его на работу. Хорошо, вернемся в донжон, так сказать, да? А, дом. Ладно. Хм.
No, 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 no. The Earl is busy, boy.
Или, может быть, этого было достаточно? О, ничего себе.
So go play in the yard with the other children.
Я не уверен, что колодца будет достаточно, чтобы сказать ему, что... Чтобы он искал работу, блин. Все же можно попробовать.
What is it, boy?
Да блядь, в смысле?
They refused you.
Well, just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
Хорошо. Только я не уверен, что этого от меня требует сюжет. Нужно поговорить. Со всеми, с кем можно.
Have you found Tom?
He's still trying to get work.
Then you should go back to him and learn how he
Понял тебя.
Well, he is stubborn and proud. Whatever happens, there will be a lesson.
I wish I was like her.
Hey, boy, come here.
Ну давай, давай. Расскажи мне секрет.
So, what do you think about Tom?
Что я думаю? Он высокий.
Well, let me tell you something. He may seem nice, but he really doesn't care about
В смысле? Том Билдер, как он может о себе думать?
He'll just drag you into his own misery. So take my advice. If you and your mother want to stay, you better learn to shut up and put yourself second. That's all I'm saying.
Ну ты вообще это даешь, мужик, блядь, да.
You should talk to your father.
Why would I? I'm fine. I just wanted to be nice and warn you. That's all.
Вот, наконец. Да, блядь, нет. Наверняка Том там типа сможет починить колодец, не знаю. Так, стоим. Стоим. И чё? Стоим. И чё? Идем. Идем жестко на скилле. Сейчас идем в замок добиваться работы. Чё письма у меня нет в инвентаре? Я ж поднял его. Почему с ними взаимодействовать нельзя?
Alfred is angry at Tom.
That's a pity. My advice would be to hire an intermediate profession and negotiation. But then what do I know about the random babblings of an annoying little boy? Stop right there. I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Aliena won't...
Ну, челик сейчас и так ищет работу. Зачем я буду ему сейчас на мозги капать, говорить, что... А вот, блядь, твой сын мне сказал... Помочь Тому, ну... Моя цель помочь Тому. Поможет ли это Тому? Бля, вряд ли.
They wouldn't know.
Они не узнают. Вот так вот. Вот так, значит, да?
Nice slingshot, boy. Better put it away before you hurt somebody.
Это все? Ладно. Ладно, хорошо. Но попытка была хорошая. Если вот так. Опа.
The boy's swinging his slingshot at us.
Oh, don't worry. Nothing ever hits me. It's almost a miracle.
Blimey, wish I was you.
Да уж. Хорошо, что если выстрелить из прощи в этого мужика? Лучше не буду. В графа. Так, интересно. Ой-ой-ой, сейчас что-то будет. Так. В смысле, стоп, заново. The end. Все? Я понял. Всего лишь так заново. В молодого рыцаря. Ну, видимо, его сын. Интересная здесь концовка. Ух, на, бля, по пузу. Все? Ладно, уяснили. Мы все поняли, хорошо. Это не поможет Тому найти работу. Стоять. Вот так сделать. Из прощи выстрелили в дом. К сожалению, ничего не произошло. Из прощи выстрелить в толпу. Странно. Ладно, из прощи выстрелить в эту утку, да, ебучую. Ну, давай пока что в заставу. Колодец.
Alfred thinks Tom doesn't listen to anyone.
You should tell him then.
But how can he, if Tom won't listen?
Well, if Alfred is angry at his father, you must make him listen.
That little rat.
If you keep your feelings secret, Alfred, nothing will change.
Так, ну что, может быть, будем учиться стрелять или что?
Watch.
Watch.
How do you do that? Like this.
Блин.
That's nothing fancy. Anyone can do that.
Well, I could watch Jack all day.
Suit yourself.
Ну, видимо, у меня нет никаких больше других путей. Нужно идти к Тому и говорить с ним. Но это никак не поможет найти ему работу. Конюшня. Странно.
What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
А, господи, неужели? Сказать Тому о чем?
Alfred is angry.
Why?
He says you're selfish and don't care about him.
Thank you for telling me, Jack. I will talk to him later.
Ну вот теперь, я думаю, получив вот эту ачивку, я могу там пройтись по стене. Вот, наверное, вот, зубцы стен, ну наконец-то.
I don't know.
I don't know. Ну ладно, ну пойдем. Смотрим на колодец, смотрим на заставу, да?
This looks good to me.
Вроде нормально, ну да ладно. Может, Альфред что-нибудь заметил?
I found a weakness in the castle.
You? Right.
Встал бы там, пошел, помог бы отцу. Что-нибудь типа такого. Типа такого.
I don't know.
Ладно. Неужели этих двух штук... А, стоп, стоять. Стены, ебать, конечно, стены. Почему я раньше не замечал это? Или раньше этого не было просто? Стена, колодец и зубцы. Ну, все. Ну все, Том.
The battlements are broken.
I noticed that already. Anything else?
There's a wall without water.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye.
And the well's in bad repair.
It is? Very good, Jack. That is one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Well, that should do for now. Yeah, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son.
Сынок, ага.
You deserve to see if it works.
Look, I'd like to give you work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defences are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah, the keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in case of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word with you?
Хорошо, работаем. Работаем на скилле.
Well, we have a home. For now. Is that alright for you all?
Of course.
Alfred?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're a builder. I think you have a say in it too.
It's fine with me.
Grab your things, everyone, and follow me. It's time we put a roof over our heads.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
Епископ согласился вам помочь, чтобы предотвратить войну. Вы отдали соломенного рыцаря. Ваша семья добралась до Эрлс Касла. Дали Альфреду перекусить, рассказали об отце Джека. Угу. Украли куриную ножку, нашли письмо. Вы помогли Тому найти работу. Блин, такая короткая глава. Глава 4. Ну ладно. О, ты вернулся. Кингсбридж в тот же день. Отлично.
It's good you sent your brother to tell your flock in St. John's about your nomination. If you'd gone yourself, they might not have let you leave again.
There is a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today.
Why so pessimistic?
Сегодня будут выборы.
Yes?
There was an incident with one of our novices.
Так, рассказывай.
What kind of incident?
Remigius caned him. He was bleeding all over.
He could barely walk, but walk he did. He called out for him, but he did not turn around. He never looked back.
He ran away?
He is not the first. And it wasn't the first time Brother Marcus was punished either.
Brother Marcus?
Yes, he stole my keys and food. You reported him to Remigius.
I did, but he is practically a child.
Remigius really goes too far.
Last year he hit a novice. The poor soul became deaf in one ear.
Tell me, Philip, what will be the first thing that you do when you're elected?
We must not cane our novices.
No, No, we must not.
Deus caritas est.
I remember that I found words carved into wood in the mill. A brother named Thomas wrote them. He wrote about canings as well.
Thomas?
Yes, he left as well, over a year ago.
It was the same as with Brother Marcus.
Remigius.
Yes.
I will talk to him about it, no matter if I'm elected prior or not.
You cannot go in there.
What's that?
Там войска, по-моему.
Hey! Step back! Step back, I said! What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis.
Да это все фигня, тут Франсис, это... Братуху захватили. Захватили братуху, говорю, надо что-то делать.
Return to your brothers, monk.
We'll question you soon enough.
You have no right to be here.
Stand back. You cannot pass here.
They won't let us through. I tried.
What is going on here?
What is going on? Так почему у меня ключи пропали? У меня же были ключи.
It's not the time to consult scripture.
Нужно действовать быстро, чтобы освободить братуху. О, вот этого вообще, вот этот дурачок, блядь, обиженный на весь мир.
What about the child? Is it yours?
Francis.
Like it or not, he'll be coming with us.
We were looking for you.
What are you doing here? And who is... Who is that?
I found him. In the woods.
Hey!
Hey!
We fed him goat's milk in St. John's. Johnny Eightpence did. He says he misses you.
He was always very sentimental.
Hey!
Philip, you must not tell Vincent my name. My Lord Robert of Gloucester believes me to be in Winchester.
I gave the letter to the bishop. He said he'd help.
May God have mercy on us. I was wrong to send you.
What is it?
These men are with the bishop. He is here, in Kingsbridge.
The bishop is here?
Hey, you two. You should listen when you're spoken to. Who are you? And what about the child?
Did you make it? Did you two do it and make a little baby? By God, you look so funny. Oh, come on, let me hold it.
A name, or both of your names. Come on, you two. Give us something we can work with.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. What? One of the 10 commandments. Do you not know them?
Now, save your words, monk.
Do you not know of heaven and hell?
I do. I know of them. I know of heaven and hell.
If you know and still go against the word of God, you will not be saved. Not heaven awaits sinners, but hell, the lake of fire.
We'll take hell then.
No. No.
William.
What is your name, monk?
I am Philip. Philip of Gwynedd.
It's him we're looking for, not the other one.
Monks. They all look alike.
We were looking for you. Bishop Wayland wants to see you.
Интересно. Сейчас будет его допрашивать.
He's here. Tell the bishop.
I found the monk. The bishop. Tell the bishop.
Go on, monk. We'll all keep an eye on you.
You will be safe.
What are you waiting? Don't let the bishop wait. Go ahead. That's him. That's the monk. Tell the bishop. I thought he would at least be taller than me.
What is going on here, Philip? I don't know.
He's expecting you.
Ну его сдали, да? Да.
Philip.
Угу.
There you are. The Right Reverend Bishop Wayland.
Значит,
Philip and I are already acquainted.
You were looking for me, my bishop?
I was. Remigius, Philip does look distressed, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Tell me, what is on your mind?
Soldiers have invaded the priory.
Invaded? Oh, of course. I have gotten too used to the presence of knights and nobles, the work of a bishop. The reason why these men are outside right now is your letter, Philip. As
Ну
I
говори.
suspected, it did convince my allies to go against the Earl of Shiring.
Так, и
These
чё?
allies of mine insisted that their knight should accompany me along with their son.
Мы же хотели предотвратить войну, но...
I understand, my bishop.
Philip, I have the feeling that there is a storm rising.
Так.
Right here, in Kingsbridge. And in the eye of that storm stands one man. You. Around you, things begin moving. Don't they, Remigius?
Yes.
But there is one important thing you have kept from me.
Так.
There is my bishop.
You did not mention that you, Philip, were nominated to be Prior of Kingsbridge. The brothers here will elect their new Prior today, will they not?
The election will take place in a few hours, my bishop.
We need a strong Prior. James was my friend, but a strong Prior he was not. We are in agreement on these matters, are we not, Remigius?
Of course, Right Reverend. The bishop and I agreed you should have this.
В качестве знака доброй воли и доверия.
Very well. Now, when your distinguished guests arrive, what will be the subject of your first sermon as the new Prior of Kingsbridge?
О смелости и изменениях. Да, наверное, так.
I think what I would talk about is... I beg your forgiveness. But I do not understand.
Most of your brothers agree with me on this matter. Remigius has talked to them. They will vote for you.
As will I. And I will support you in your duties in my role as sub-prior.
A role you have fulfilled wonderfully in the past, Remigius. Wonderfully.
My bishop?
Philip of Gwynedd. You will be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
In humbleness, I stand before you, most humbled by your trust and humbled by the great tasks ahead of us. We must restore Kingsbridge to do justice to the glory of God and to his mercy. The desperate and the hopeless everywhere shall hear our bells. They shall see our towering cathedral. Our great church will become a guiding light, first and foremost, through our actions and our faith. We ourselves shall be such a light. A light to the lost, the hurt, and the suffering on their path to God.
The Earl of Shiring is not in attendance, it seems.
He is not. Shameful. He's busy preparing his siege on Winchester.
I trust he does not know we are about to foil his plans, Percy.
Answer the bishop, my husband.
No, he does not expect us, not at all. My men are ready.
So is our son.
Excellent. Excellent.
There you are.
Слова о том, что вся церковь там поддерживает какого-то одного из кандидатов на престол, когда есть ложью, и в церкви все также неоднозначно.
He died before you were born.
How could he be my father if he died before I was born?
Babies grow from a seed. The seed comes out of a man's prick and is planted in a woman's cunny. Then the seed grows into a baby in her belly, and when it's ready, it comes out.
Why did you never tell me? About father, I mean.
I needed you to be older. Trust me, once the time is right, I will tell you everything. I promise.
What was my father's name?
Jack, the same as you. They called him Jack Sherberg.
So, if there's another Jack, I can tell people that I'm Jack Jackson?
You can. People don't always call you what you want them to, but you can try.
Ого.
What is that? Jack, find the others. Then hide and don't come out till I tell you.
Вы стали приором. Выполнил вашу просьбу. Да я его не просил об этом. Я просто принес письмо, чтобы предотвратить войну. Выполнил вашу просьбу, блядь. Уильям был испуган. Хорошо. Марк был избит и сбежал. Блин, ну зачем ты такие эти самые с меня подробности какие-то хочешь? Нормально все было, будет. Как прошло дежурство? Все нормально, все в порядке, не переживай. Человек, объятый пламенем.
Oh, there are at least 200 of them at the river.
Knights again? What colors do they wear?
They are not knights, Philip.
They say they cannot pay. It is all right, brother Paul.
Да. Это народ, который бежит от войны.
Who is your leader? Who will speak for you?
No one will speak for us, monk.
We were chased from every village.
They are outlaws.
We are no outlaws.
We come from Earl's Castle.
They killed our men!
My child! They killed my child!
My God. We cannot feed you. We barely have enough for ourselves.
Мы дадим им убежище.
We will give them shelter.
Philip, we have not enough room.
We will give you all shelter, all of you.
I wish I had more to give.
More? We've given away almost all the food we have. What will these poor people eat tomorrow?
Before they came here, they fed themselves. They worked. Surely they can do that again.
О, с таким-то народом мы сейчас восстановим монастырь.
Word is spreading fast.
What do we do now, Philip?
Give me the rest of the bread.
But...
Here, Philip.
Больше хлеба нет. Взять. Понятно.
Then help to clean out the empty houses and tend to the injured.
You heard our prayer, brothers.
Так, это что такое? Больше хлеба нет, больше хлеба нет, больше хлеба нет. Понимаю. Голодные, беженцы, раненые. Беженцы у мельницы. Дети без родителей. Вот это да.
The children are all alone. None of them are crying. I do not dare to call on you, God, for fear you might answer. What have I done?
It was the Hamleys. They couldn't get their rotten son married to our young lady.
If there is any justice in the world, the king will punish them.
I do not dare to call on you, God, for fear you might answer. What have I done?
Вот слово голодные, наверное, вот ключевое здесь.
Why has God forsaken us?
He has not forsaken you.
But our children are sick. Our husbands were killed.
I do not dare to call on you, God, for fear you might answer. What have I done?
Что же я наделал?
Take some bread for your children.
This is not enough. He has more bread. I saw it. Please, our children are starving. Give us bread for our children.
Нет.
Earl Bartholomew was a good man. How they humiliated him in front of his children. It was not right.
He will come to help us.
No, woman, they will hang him.
But why?
Так.
Thank you, Prior, for your clemency. I know there's only so much you can do.
I do not dare to call on you, God, for fear you might answer. What have I done?
Что же я наделал?
Children, take some food. Please, take it. You have to eat. Here, I will put it here. Eat when you're hungry.
Раненые.
I gave all I could give.
А, это хорошо, что мне так сделали. Значит, я без сомнения отдаю раненым.
Take some bread.
Only one loaf of bread for all of us? In Wiggly they spat on us. And now you want to complain when this monk shows mercy. But I... Thank you, Father.
Please give some of those people over there.
Why did this happen? What if we children will die in this cold?
Please, let us stay. We can work.
Записи Филиппа. И укрепляла позиции короля Стефана. А, вот в чем. Вот в чем письмо. Это были люди короля Стефана. Из этого письма они узнали о готовящемся мятеже и, собственно, захватили Эрлс Касл. Я понял. Ну, это все как бы я натворил, получается.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Yes?
О,
Tom, Master Builder.
отлично.
Rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, you look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
Конечно.
Do you not see how many there are in need? They need help as much as you do.
They all followed a profession once. They all want to work.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept it. But I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Do they know you?
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
Well, they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have worked for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Monks may be whips, but they take care of their own.
He will grow up to be a monk.
I am not a ghost, little redhead, even if I am at death's door. If you go first, I will put you in the ground. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one, too, when my time comes. Agreed? That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you?
I'm from the forest.
From the forest? I saw you. You must be a refugee. Don't lie about it. We monks do not do things like lying.
Maybe it was Brother Marcus. Stealing food. No. After that beating, he would never come back. What if it is Prior James? James is dead. He's still in the river. We couldn't put him to rest. Could that be? Philip said Prior James did not commit suicide. So it couldn't have been him. Then what did we see? I saw something. There are things deep in the woods, in the streams, the rocks. Many farmers give them offerings. They shouldn't do that. They must be demons. An angel would not hide in the forest.
I'd rather not.
I will not change my mind on this matter. We will help them, all of them. Remigius, do you truly want to leave these people to die?
We should remove ourselves from the world, my prior. It is for God to decide, not us.
We will help these people. We must. And remember, I will make sure that you will not unleash your anger on our novices anymore.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Jack Jackson.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it. He is her son. And of a man called Jack. Fornicators, that's what they are.
Oh, I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
Сейчас мы тебе поможем.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby.
Ugh.
Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in the hunter's net sang sweeter then than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and yet dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey, the lark his freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Why is the bowl on the pedestal? Do people drink here? Prior James.
Может быть, там еще что-то ребята спрятали? Ладно. Бля. Плохо.
It won't move.
Плохо дело. Пойдем наверх. Вниз ходим на обратном пути.
Very, very dry.
Надпись. Изучить. Очень интересно, спасибо. Но там есть еще одна крыша. Не понял.
I'd rather not.
Я слышу звук. Хорошо, спустимся.
Too much stone around here. Wouldn't burn well enough. I'd rather not. Too much stone around here. Wouldn't burn well enough.
На мельницу надо сходить.
Like Mother's garden at home.
Хорошо, дверь. Ты дверь тоже не будешь, да, открывать? Хорошо. О, а куда пропали остальные ребята?
I'd rather not. I'd rather not. It would only make everything wet.
Идем, идем.
It would only make everything wet. The monks closed the big door. We're locked in now.
Я не хочу поджигать конюшню. Вот эту дверь хочу на кухню. А, открыто.
Yes. Hello. I'm afraid we're out of food. Who is it? The mason's boy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Yes, hello, new game. How are you?
Move, you stupid thing! Move, you stupid thing!
Как-то мне нужно с ним провзаимодействовать.
When you die,
It would only make everything wet. I'd rather not.
Почему? А, Марта. Отдельно с Мартой можно поговорить. Хорошо.
Martha?
Leave her, Jack. She's been through a lot. I think she deserves a good night's rest, don't you?
He will.
Well, I guess there are worse things than growing up close to God. Jonathan. That's the name they've given him.
A gift from God.
Jonathan? I'd rather not.
I know.
It would only make everything wet.
They must never know that you're his father.
I'd rather not.
Поджечь гнездо. Вот моя идея. Там начался пожар.
If they need to build a new cathedral, Tom will get work. And we can stay here. Tom always talks about wanting to work on a cathedral.
Дверь закрыта.
What? So much smoke. I can barely breathe.
Не делай этого. Блять.
I need air.
Так, значит, быстро набираем чашу воды. Идем в подвал.
Says I can breathe.
Ну, давай, maybe.
I need to get out. It's not moving. So much smoke.
Чего?
There's a breeze coming from the back.
Это кто там был?
Barely breathe.
Ладно, хорошо. А каким образом? Это Эндрю? Или... А, это Прайер.
They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you, to all of them, for my sins. cast me into the lake of fire.
Вот это да.
Francis, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here. The Earl of Shiring was arrested, his castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate. A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin. Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered. Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother, even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is. I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I have made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
No! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God! Save yourselves! The Saint! We must save the Saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! But Alphys! The Saint! We must save him! No! Don't go!
О, вот это да. Ну что ж, ты хотел построить собор, давай, дерзай.
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse.
Чтобы что-то построить новое, нужно сначала расчистить для этого места.
Easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
It's God's punishment.
Or maybe not. Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something. Tell me, what do you see?
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now.
Принять беженцев. Согласились похоронить. Хорошо. Выдали настоящее имя. Ей позволили остаться. Вы сожгли собор. Вы вдохновили Филиппа. Хорошо.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Percy Hanley. Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Так, это же дети этого товарища, да? Захваченного.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all.
Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
We must make haste. I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Earl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Philip, Waleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
And what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also.
Ah, Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter what he says.
Please excuse me.
Of course.
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good Earl?
Who cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good Earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
From what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes,
then the king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England? Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because it's in wax here that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
Где я тут нашел? Тут что-то было с крестьянами связано. Слушай. Ладно.
No, I won't just leave. I must do something to help our priory.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
I will find her, Mother. She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
Monk, it's about time you showed up.
Huh? Regan Hamlet, who's not been formally introduced.
You are a fool.
Понял.
Is that formal
Принял.
for you, Monk? You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've
You better
never
call
set a
me
single
father.
foot out. How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waleran wants the land of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, Monk?
You are only worrying about your husband's land.
Well, of course I am, and you should be too. If Waleran wins, we both lose. I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me.
Do you have a way to prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right, I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do what I said.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his warhorse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop. On one occasion he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse and rode off. Again I followed. Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm. He shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop. When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way. They must have asked themselves why a monk would ride with such a man as... I told him I pitied him. I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. We didn't. William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more they talked about.
Держаться подальше. Ну, подъехать ближе, очевидно.
William bluntly threatened to have the man hanged for stealing a horse of his, and then ordered him to hunt down the real thieves in exchange for his life. The man laughed as if he had made a great bargain. William even paid him. Before the man rode off north, William mentioned a name. Aliena. And I prayed that whatever William's plan was. Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I... Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Waleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place. But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Where are you going?
In there.
No!
I'm sure the bishop would want to see me well fed. We won't be staying long, so whatever it is you gotta do it fast. How can I help you? How about you step aside?
Что он там себе строит?
What is that?
Все? Давайте вернемся. О!
You, please.
Да.
You were here before, weren't you? Yes. I remember you. Philip, isn't it?
Yes.
Please, you have to help me.
What happened?
He forced me to serve him food. He took the Lord's name in vain. And he pushed me, touched me.
Oh, God.
Ah, the monk. Oh. Did the boy call you? So what? Did he ask you for help? Did he come running to you?
He did.
I should have knocked your teeth out, boy.
You should not have.
We're young men, he and I play rough. So what? I asked you to leave.
And that is what we will do. What will the bishop think of your behavior?
Listen, we're all on the same side here.
We are not.
You, me, him, we're all working for the bishop. He won't mind. I play rough, so what? We are all men of God.
You are a sinner.
So what? Everyone is. The bishop told me. But my sins are forgiven.
Why would you think that?
I took Earl's castle for him.
Your parents agreed to arrest Bartholomew because they wanted his earldom.
Who cares what they think? I felled Bartholomew's men with my sword. The old man was begging me for his life. On his knees, he begged me. I did it for the bishop. But hey, I'm sure you did great things for him as well. You think my father took Earl's...
I pity you.
Again? You dare to say that again? You pity me. I pity you. You're not a man. Neither of you are.
We are men of God.
A man kills, and a man fucks. And no one talks down to me. No one! I know you saw me and that whore at the river. I would have fucked that woman if it hadn't been for you.
And what would that have achieved?
She'd have learnt her lesson. And don't you think I noticed how you spied on me and that horse thief? I should kill you for that. I should. Let me tell you, I will fuck Bartholomew's whore of a daughter. I will fuck her good. I'm a man. Damn it, I'd fuck the boy if that was the only way to put him in his place. Hell, he looks like he'd enjoy it too.
You are not a man. You are a beast.
Oh, I am a man. But yes, there is a beast in me. It hunts and kills like no other. I unleashed it for the bishop. And my sins are forgiven.
Not even God would forgive those sins.
Of course he would. He already did. The bishop told me.
Then the bishop is wrong.
Hey, we're on the same side here. Now, we will stay here a while longer, as I've not finished eating. Shit.
If the bishop finds out about this, he will not be pleased. And if anyone's name was not found written in the Book of Life, he was thrown into the lake of fire.
What's that?
It's from the scripture. The end of days.
The second death of the sinners.
Bishop Waleran said that if a sinner stares into the flame, the devil stares back from the lake of fire.
What?
I can't see him.
Me neither. What's he supposed to look like?
Throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
What?
Hell. It is a depiction of hell. I told you of heaven and hell once before. Do you remember?
Of course.
The bishop said the relief intimidates even his most impious visitors. They all fear death. I'm not afraid to die. Do not fear those who kill the body. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body. In hell. Who's he?
The devil. A fallen angel.
I have nothing to be afraid of. The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars. Their souls are the devil's. They will all go to hell. Stop it! Hell is far away. I'm not afraid. Make him go. I want him to leave. Now.
We should leave.
I'm not done here yet. We stay.
Tell me, what is being built out there?
What?
A substantial construction is underway, it seems.
Yes, but...
What is it?
A castle. The bishop is building a castle.
A castle? Why a castle?
I don't know. It is not for me to ask or question the bishop.
Of course.
And I doubt it's for you to question him either.
Has Bishop Waleran ever shown you the scripture?
He told me of it. What do you think?
I can't let anyone know what Waleran and Henry tried to do. I doubt anyone would even be surprised. What a fool I was. Yeah, that looks better. Better. I think you have overstayed your welcome.
So what? What are you going to do? The bishop will reprimand me if he finds out I let that man in. I know he will.
Ugh.
Ой. А мне выйти отсюда можно, нет? Нет.
Our Lord is by your side, so am I. No, I already tidied up here. It looks better now. We should get going. I can't let anyone know what Waleran and Henry tried to do. I doubt anyone would even be surprised. What a fool I was. It looks so alive. Perhaps the artist has actually seen the devil.
Are you afraid? It's just stone. Hell is far away.
For some, hell is not that far away. What is it?
We ride back to Winchester. Now! What happened?
Maybe he saw things to come.
Good. Now you leave as well. That man, William had no idea why you two came here, had he? You came here to spy on the bishop. You brought this man here. Leave. Go.
Епископу доверять нельзя. Кому можно? Своему брату?
There you are. My son seemed thoughtful when he returned.
You priest and your talk. You'll always get to him.
He seemed more excited after talking to your bishop, though. Then again, we know Waleran is good with words. Don't we, my husband?
Of course, yes.
Speaking of Waleran, what did you find, monk?
I am not sure.
You must have seen it. Are you that blind? Bishop Waleran Bygod is building a castle, and he used up every stone and every tree on his own land. He claims he wants Bartholomew's land for your cathedral. But what Waleran wants is a castle.
He's always been like that.
Not long ago, you accused us of being selfish. But what about your bishop, eh?
What do you want from me?
As Prior of Kingsbridge, you will agree that my husband shall have the whole earldom of Shiring.
And why would I do you a favor like that?
Because we will support the rebuilding of your cathedral with our stones and our timber.
The king can live up to all of his promises, and Waleran gets nothing.
That is our offer. What do you say?
I agree.
Ah. Did you hear, my husband?
Yes, you said he'd agree.
My husband will let the king know of our agreement. Bishop Waleran will be quite surprised. You will see his true face when he does not get what he wants.
They have done enough harm to that man. Francis and I wanted to help King Stephen to protect the church. I doubt these people share our motives.
Королю наплевать на церковь.
Good day.
Добрый день.
You come to visit someone in my jail, Father? Or do you want to pick out a nice warm cell for yourself?
How dare you?
Oh, I'm just pulling your leg. See? A smile. Just for you, Father.
The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Bishop Henry sends me.
The bishop, eh? What does he want?
He wants me to talk to Bartholomew of Shiring.
Bartholomew of Shiring? Ha! It's only Bartholomew now. It's his 4th day without bread. Soon he won't even be Bartholomew anymore.
Bartholomew, I am Brother Philip. We have never met, but I am responsible for your fate.
No one ever chose my fate for me. I choose my fate.
Your conspiracy. Is it really worth dying for?
Stephen sent you. Why would you side with the usurper?
I was asked to make you confess.
Stronger men tried that before you. Why should I confess to you?
I am responsible for your arrest. I found a letter you wrote to the Earl of Gloucester. My Bishop Waleran showed it to Percy Hamley.
Oh. And why?
What?
Why would your bishop do that?
To prevent a war and to help the church.
Of course. I have no sins to confess. My only regret is that I failed.
I will not tell the king that. They will kill you.
They have already done that. Monk, tell them that I confessed.
To what?
All of it. Treason.
But...
The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of
Сын не понесет вины отца.
You know the scripture.
Richard and Aliena, my children, they must live.
Я должен сам это сказать Стефану.
And a good day to you too, Father.
Tomorrow, the king will announce his decision. Until then, they won't allow a simple monk like me into the keep. Maybe I should come back tomorrow.
Yes, there is not much a monk can do here.
Yes, your bishop and I will do what we can to help your priory.
My loyal subject, Percy Hamley, today becomes the Earl of Sharing. Of the former Earl's possessions, Percy shall have the castle. And all the land that is tenanted to knights, and all farmlands, pastures, forests, and quarries.
I swear by all that is holy to be your liegeman, and to fight for you against any other.
My king...
Ah, yes. Of course, I have not forgotten the worries of my bishops. The Earl of Sharing himself, Percy here, solved this problem for me. Thanks to him, I can uphold my promise. Don't worry, Bishop Waleran. Kingsbridge shall be rebuilt. Percy told me of a man here whom my brother has not yet introduced. Come forward, Prior.
My brother, may I present to you Philip of Gwynedd?
My king.
You seem afraid. What are you worried about?
I have heard that Robert of Gloucester might ride against you as well. That worries me, my king.
Why is it that all of my liegemen have less sense than you? I shall not forget you or your words, Philip of Kingsbridge. But we shall deal with Robert and his sister another day. Now, about the arrangement between you and Percy Hamley. He told me that he wants to support you in financing timber and stone for your new cathedral. I wholeheartedly agree with the plan you two have devised. It shall be done.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
It seems unnecessarily complicated to give the land to the bishop.
Percy told me that you, Father Philip, share that sentiment. He told me it was your idea to take up the burden of managing the rebuilding of the cathedral yourself.
Wonderful.
I am glad that we all were able to help you, Bishop Wayler, in this pressing matter. After all you've done for me.
Thank you, Lord King.
Bartholomew lost everything in his attempt to end my reign. This morning he was found dead in his cell. I've heard that you, Prior, worry for his children, Richard and Aliena.
Конечно.
While they shall lose their status, their name, and their land, they shall go free, wherever they are.
You must be very proud, Lady Hamley.
Father Philip has been very understanding in all this.
Yes, he is remarkable. Very remarkable.
My husband and I were terrified when we heard about the fire in Kingsbridge. It is a blessing that we can help him and his priory now.
You sowed the wind, Philip.
Вы проведали, отправились и узнали секрет. Слуга начал подозревать. Король был впечатлен. Вы заключили соглашение. Епископ считает, что вы предали его.
Is everyone ready?
Yes, everyone will be there.
But how are we to pray and contemplate like this? I don't dare even to send my choir out there.
We can get used to it, all of us.
We must be thankful for all of this, for each noise, each face that disturbs us here.
We shall start with the chancel, then gradually work our way from east to west. That's the way it's done, the way I was taught to do it.
I value your enthusiasm, my dear Mason, but so far we're only cleaning up. I haven't even considered hiring a master builder yet, neither you nor anyone else.
May I show you some drawings?
By all means.
Look here first. If you were facing the cathedral with the front wall torn down, you would see it like this.
Interesting. What's that, coming out from above the entrance?
That's the tower, of course.
I thought so, but why is it right above the nave? Shouldn't it be closer to the transept?
Oh, don't be fooled. The tower is, of course, farther back, but one can't show depth in a drawing.
Ah, of course. How high will it be?
Three halves of the nave.
That sounds reasonably modest. Tell me more about the nave.
The nave will be about 32 feet high and will appear even higher.
Drawing the eye heavenward with its loftiness.
Well said. A chamber worthy of God.
I always wondered how walls this high could hold up so well.
You recognise the aisles?
Of course. I've been in quite a few churches in my time.
Did you know then that their purpose is to support the nave?
Fascinating. I must say, you do know your craft, Master Builder.
Not many understand the importance of the Isles.
I can imagine.
The Lord will be satisfied with a knave like this.
That is only for the Lord to know.
When we walk around the site, we mark where the walls will be, the pillars, the doors and buttresses. Now for that we need a plan like this, to tell us where to place our pegs and string.
Is this how birds would see our church?
Exactly. The chancel will have 4 bays.
What about the nave?
The nave is on the left. It has 6 bays.
I can see the transept is 2 bays wide, so it will be 12 in total. It does look splendid, but isn't that rather small?
It would be smaller, but not less impressive.
I guess a small cathedral would be closer to our means. It is still also uncertain. Percy Hamley would support us with timber and stone, but how do we pay the workers? But only God knows if it will be enough. I don't suppose you have any idea how much this would cost.
I know exactly how much this would cost. It would be no more than £3,000.
I've spent the last few weeks working out the annual income of the Priory. Here's the answer. £300 a year. And we spend every penny. Go on now, show me the rest of your drawing.
Imagine you're standing in the centre of the nave, looking at the wall. This is what you see.
Are those windows?
Right, but that's not all. On the lowest level are the pillars of the arcade. They're joined by arches making up the bays. Through the archways you can see the windows in the aisle. Starting right in the middle is the tribune gallery. Shall I go on?
Yes, of course. I was just thinking. Keep going.
On top are the clear-story windows.
I can see you have put a lot of thought into this. I was just wondering, how long would this take to build? You can take your time with that answer.
Well, that depends on how many people you employ. If you can afford 60 masons, you could build the whole church at once instead of working from east to west. That might take 8 years, maybe 10.
I wish my monastic officials had your ability to think ahead and calculate. I need to find £200 a year. It doesn't sound so bad when you put it that way. You really want to build this cathedral yourself, don't you?
Yes, Father. I want you to appoint me Master Builder.
Why?
Because he wants to give people hope.
Is that so? Then answer me this one last question. If people were to enter your church, what image would they see crowning the tympanum above the entrance? One of Judgment Day, to teach people to be good?
Нет.
Or one of Paradise, to remind them
Ну,
of
конечно.
God's mercy?
Show them hell, so that they're afraid to do bad things. I'd rather see trees and animals.
Что-то свое, ни то, ни другое.
will be the promise of a better life. Therefore, it will show heaven.
Yes.
This is quite exciting, isn't it, brother?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Francis.
I'm just glad that I can be a part of this. In the past year, I was often afraid that my involvement in politics might turn out, well, let's just say that I'm glad that I can still be by your side, Philip. And for that, I thank God, and I thank you too.
Papa, will there be statues inside?
Statues?
That's enough, children. It's time you went out and played. Prior.
Yes?
My first wife, Agnes. She died without a priest, and she's buried in unconsecrated ground. Sometimes a man builds a chapel, or founds a monastery, in the hope that in the afterlife God will remember his piety. I just wonder, do you think my design might serve to protect Agnes's soul?
God no longer asks for blood sacrifices, for the ultimate sacrifice has already been made. But the lesson of Abraham's story is that God demands the best we have to offer, that which is most precious to us. So you must ask yourself, is this design the best thing you
Свой
could
талант.
Except for my children. Yes.
Then rest easy, Tom Builder. God will accept it.
Получает собственный дом, трапезы. Сохранение прошло успешно. Фух, здорово. Надо сделать перерыв. Спасибо.